All right, welcome back to Nuggets of Knowledge with Keith. This stage here was from Dry Creek this past weekend. Let's take a look, then we'll talk about it. All right, couple extra shots, and most of them were needed. So, working through the start positions right in the middle of the stage, and you got to work around from there. Start with loaded gun on barrel. I do a two-hand grab because with the 6-hour P320, sometimes with my extended mag release, if I push down just a hair too much, I will have a speed unload. So I use two-hand grab and put this on half speed, and we'll walk through this. You can see I'm loaded up on the foot so I can grab and push off the fault line. My head gets around where I want to see where I want to go, keep the gun in a safe position. I flatten the gun out and point it about a 45-degree into the corner. My eyes right here are looking, where do I want that brake foot at, and where do I want to put my stop foot at? So I come in deceleration, getting the gun up early, and I can come in a little hot with the brake foot, because my stop foot's going to hit the fault line, which I already tested at full speed to make sure it wasn't going to go sliding. If you're going to use the fault lines to stop, I highly recommend you test them, because one time I didn't and it went sliding. I shot this array from left to right because of my exit here. If I was going to drag the gun back up range when I retreat, I would have shot this array from right to left to put the gun in the position I wanted it to. So I come in, left, middle, right, get the chicken wing going, which means I'm driving the right elbow rearward as I push off from the fault line. I don't want to get this foot too far in front of me. I don't want to slide. I want just that shin angle. The harder I push off, that shin angle gets closer to the flat of the ground, the better opportunity you have to slide. I come in, I'm spotting where I want my foot to go, keeping the gun in a good spot, dragging the gun to this position. I don't have the shoulder flexibility. I was worried about breaking the 180. So I come in here, I spot where I want it to go, gun's still downrange. Now I'll present the gun to the target, get my two shots as my weight is moving back into my heels so I can make this next step. Bring it around. I did drop the gun a little too much there, no need for that, but I did. Take this on the move, and between these barrels here, you had an option of diving in there and taking two. I decided to thread the needle and save myself 2 steps in and 2 steps out. Eyes up, gun up right here. Just a nice cadence here. I came in a little hot, and I wasn't in the right spot here, so I had to do a little backwards. Normally I want to use this foot to bleed off most of my energy and use my left foot to stop. In this one, I didn't do that, and I got a little slide, but we made it work. I slide into position, dragging this foot. Therefore, that way I don't have a bunch of bounce as I go across there. I'm able to keep this gun relatively level and just shoot through this array at a nice cadence. I get out of this position, open up my hips, get the reload. My task priority leaving this position, I couldn't shoot anything until I got there, was movement. I'll get the reload done in enough time, but get moving. Come in, eyes up, gun up, roll into position, be taking those shots, snap the steel. You can see a nice eyes first on the steel. I'm moving across. I was not super patient on the swinger. I should have been a little more patient and gotten 2 alpha instead of the delta I got in there. Hit those 2 there. I could have been more patient on the swinger and then rolled back, shooting that one and get me in a better position to get around the wall. But I open my hips up, drag the gun, go 1 step further deeper than I think I need to, so I know the gun's going to have space to clear. That's the biggest mistake a lot of people do, is they try to cut that corner with their rearward foot, and all of a sudden they're banging into walls. Come forward, steel, or I shot the paper first because I wasn't settled. I wanted to settle the paper, then I went steel, and I just worked around, and I picked up the last steel. Fun stage, a lot of little technical things as far as your footwork. Here we go. Let's go through this at full speed. Maybe pick up a couple other things. Okay, I'm coming in here. And again, shoot, if you have an array like this, how do I want to leave that position? We'll decide how I'm going to shoot that array, right to left. Do not fall into the trap. Well, I like to shoot right to left, or I like to shoot left to right. No, you shoot the array in the order that sets you up for what's next, or for how you enter a position. Going back, safely get around. Kept the weight back in my heels to rock back. This is one of those stages you wish you had opportunity to run 4 different ways to find out what's next. Hope you find something here to help you out and how I break it down. At least you get to see how where my headspace was at. Have a great day and come out and train at TFI Academy.